So, match reaction, guys, in the Premier League. The end is near for this manager. I'm telling you right now. That display, for me, tells me it could be, the end could be near. There might be a light at the end of the tunnel. And I'm not saying that it'll be straight away, but yeah. Anyways, full time at the Anfield Stadium, Liverpool. Liverpool 2, Arsenal 2. Arsenal came from 2 goals down. Yes, you heard right. Yes, you heard. Arsenal came from 2 goals down to draw away at Liverpool. Match reaction, let's get it. Yeah, so Arsenal came from 2 goals down to draw away at Liverpool in a game where, in my personal opinion, it looked like there was two bit of down tools in, just a little bit. You know what I mean? I just think that the players, from what they showed us today, they are and can be better than that. But 2 quick fire goals from Liverpool had us 2 goals down. Yeah, we haven't won a game from 2 goals down at half time since March 2008. That Premier League game, mate. That's shocking. That was shocking. Now, I did predict us to win this game, and what you saw when we were coming back from 2 goals down was exactly why I thought we'd win this game. That's exactly why I thought we'd win this game. I just, when I saw we were 2 down, I thought, oh dear, it could be another 5-1 slapping that we've had before, 5-0, 4-0. It could be that all over again. But yeah, I mean, we came back in the game, Martinelli, from a Trossard cross, which is Trossard, he turned up in the second half anyway. Martinelli, he has an eye for scoring goals against Liverpool. And Moreno getting the equaliser. Cheers to Trent playing him on side, by the way. In fact, you know what, Trent? You deserve a Don DeMarco for that alone, because the way the Liverpool fans are treating you, your uncle played Moreno on side so that we could have that legitimate goal coming back from 2 goals down. Odegaard with the shot from distance. It was a decent shot, hit the post or saved onto the post. And Moreno was there to slide it home. It's you're not going to really get much out of me on these match reactions when really there's nothing to really go off to say anything other than we know, those with sense know what needs to happen at this club if the club is going to proceed to move forward. Yeah. Obviously, we had to give these men a guard of honor. We didn't have to, but we did. And what's got Liverpool fans knickers in a twist was Lewis Skelly refusing to clap when giving them a guard of honor. Now, yeah. Crying to me and I'm not having it. Now, clearly Skelly's not with the team, but in my opinion, just judging by that alone, I know what type of character Skelly is. And he seems the sort of character where if he doesn't like something, he's going to speak up about it. He just seems like he'll be that kind of guy, but he ain't going to do it yet. So I'm calling this now on, what are we on? 11th of May, 2025 at 10-7. I'm calling this now. Lewis Skelly is going to be one of the next people that Arteta will isolate from this football club. I'm telling you. There's speculations from fans already that Rice ain't playing since Rice said, he said it was sickening like this season for how it's played out. And suddenly he's just not in the squad at all. A bit funny that, but maybe it could be something else. Could be anything. Could be anything. But you know, this manager doesn't like players who speak out or comes across like they have their own mind. There's a reason why he got rid of the likes of Aubameyang, you know, players like that, and he hasn't looked back since. Nwaneri didn't get a sniff in this game. Taking Saka off, you'd think Nwaneri would come on. Nope. The ego of this manager is going to take this club down the toilet. I'm telling you, the ego on this guy. You would think a manager that's unseasoned like this one is, yeah, you would think you would at least build yourself up before, you know, trying to be like that. Nope. Maybe he thought the FA Cup was enough. I don't know. But you think to yourself, for example, we've seen it in workplaces, yeah, where you get a new manager and he's sound at first. Seems all right, seems cool. But then once he settles in, then he starts, you know, being a bit more firm with the people that are working under him. That's how you thought this manager would be, but no, he's that from the jump. He hadn't earned his stripes to really be like that. You know what I mean? Imagine if a whole starting 11's worth of players was got on the same page as, you know, we're not happy with this, blah, 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 said all the things that he didn't like. What are you going to do? Isolate them all? What have you got left? You know what I mean? What the isolation of Nwaneri, right, is exactly why I said, even if this guy wins a trophy, I still want him gone. He's man management. I said this. He's man management. If he's willing to do that to a player that can clearly make a difference in games, he'll do that to anybody. This is why I'm saying, even if we get the striker, we'll go through the same things. You know what I mean? That the striker that we may get, he's gonna have to be one of those that sucks up the PR. You know what I mean? Declan Rice knows what it takes to get to the European final. He's won one. So for me, you know, I would say he'd probably come across as the most disappointed out of how this season played out because of what he came from. That's what I'd say. Suddenly he's just isolated. Well, he's not in the team, but we don't know why yet. Okay? All right. As for the game, I mean, what can I say? Really, it's more of the same. It's the same type of football that we're playing when, you know, when we're in the box, we still want to make passes. That's the problem, and that's been a problem all season. When we're in the box, we still want to make passes like we're out in the midfield. We're not taking shots enough. I'll see players in positions where I think to myself, if you was a left foot or right foot player, you could maybe pull off a shot from there. But anytime the players are in the favorite position where, yeah, it'd be logical to take a shot, they're unable to make it to pull it off. It's jarring what I'm watching. If I'm honest. I mean, yeah, we came back from 2-0 down, you know, and we were relatively doing the same thing that we've been doing before, or tried to do before. Like the defending for the goals were shambles anyway. The goals that they scored and the one that we scored, like it was appalling defending from Liverpool for the goal they conceded. But yeah, the only thing I can take away from this game is Trent playing Moreno on side, which I thought it would have been hilarious if we'd have won this game after that. The Liverpool fans was booing him as he came on. Oh, boo-hoo, he's going to Real Madrid. Yeah, I didn't see a lot booing him when he was lining up for the free kick, though. You know what I mean? Liverpool fans are something else. These men are something else. Y'all begged Zumba Mendy to do the same thing he did. Yeah? Y'all begged him to leave Real Sociedad so he can come to you, man. But now Trent's going, and y'all are in tears. He's not a scouse now. What? Because the club didn't get money, didn't go in your pocket, did it? Money wouldn't have gone in your pocket. Let's be real now. Let's be real now. I think at this point, the treatment Trent's getting is I think at this point it's over the top now. You know what I mean? Try having your players go to your rivals and then benefiting. Because that's what we've had to see. Who did you sell to Man City directly that helped them win the league? Who? You could say Sterling, maybe. But then again, you man would never rivals anyway like that. You know what I mean? Your rivalry is fake. The only rivalry really that's real is your derby ones are real. But in terms of ones that are not geographical ones, or should I say within the same geofriends, the Liverpool versus Man City rivalry is fake. That ain't no real rivalry. Look how they came together to suck each other off when it came to going at Arsenal. You know what I mean? Would you see Celtic and Rangers come together to go at Dundee United? You know what I mean? Or Kilmarnock or Motherwell or some shit or whatever. No, he wouldn't. You know what I mean? It was insulting to hear Carragher try and put Liverpool and Man City's rivalry on par with Arsenal Man U's. You know, fam. Like with the rivalry with Arsenal Man U, it is very real. And games between them both is never just a friendly game. You know what I mean? You won't see Man United and Arsenal come together to go at Liverpool, for example. You won't see that. You know what I mean? But we saw Liverpool fans and Man City fans come together. Or should I say we saw Liverpool jump on the backs of Man City. Man City got beat 5-1 by us, and I saw Liverpool fans going at Arsenal as if we did something wrong. You know what I mean? They and then as soon as we drop points, they were telling us to stay humble, using that game and using Skelly doing the Haaland celebration, using that against us. You know what I mean? You have Liverpool fans on Big Steve's post going at me over a comment I put, and it wasn't even about Liverpool, from what I can remember. And in fact, no, it wasn't, because I commented on Big Steve's post, but I can't remember what his post was. And it was Liverpool fans coming on there. You know what I mean? So yeah, y'all can, cry tears at Trent leaving. Well, it is what it is. But he came on and played Moreno on side. Cheers to that, by the way. And yeah, Liverpool, you couldn't beat us in 2 games and we're shit. You know what I mean? You allowed us to come from 2 down at your gap. And we ended up going down to 10 men. Moreno getting booked, a second yellow. You know what I mean? Getting a red. And y'all still can beat us. But then again, what will happen now is the excuse gets used that well, we've won the league already, and we're we're on the beach essentially. That's what they'll use. They use that when they pick and choose. They'll know when to use that excuse. You know what I mean, they wouldn't have used it if they'd beaten us, like they should have done, being 2 up. You know what I mean? So you did all that with a Tifo, having Arteta as a bridesmaid, which was funny, by the way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not trying to stick with Arteta. I said his name. Y'all did all that. All the, I saw the kid with the cut out of Odegaard with the camera. You did all that to watch your side go 2 up and cock that up. Y'all booed Trent coming on, and he ultimately played Moreno on side to rescue a point, let's just say, for Arsenal. Even though I'm not bragging that we've got a point kind of thing. Well, it's more that we didn't lose, but end of the day, the end is near for this manager anyway. The end is near. That performance today looks like the players, it just looks like the players are like reached the limit. That's what it reminded me of. Let me get to your comments anyway, because I haven't read any of the comments. UK Arsenal says sack the bronze bomber. The end is not near. He's here for 2 seasons at least. I don't know. I just have this feeling. And when I'm seeing a left winger, sorry. I'm seeing substitutes of 2 left backs coming on. One was brought on to essentially play either at right back or on. No, one was put on at right back and the other one was put on the left wing. And you had Wanyeri on the bench. Like, if the subs itself doesn't tell you how short we've been and how much the manager is choosing, who is choosing to isolate, I don't know what will. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, Skelly is on the hit list. I'm telling you guys right now, Skelly is going to be one of the next players that he will do what he's doing to Wanyeri, he's going to do it to Skelly. Watch. Yeah, I don't think the end is near, unfortunately. As much as I want you to be right, our hands and ball too spineless, he needs to walk and leave us. I just think it's just not going to get any. It's not going to get any better. Next season, like I said, what you're seeing now, that is next season. This is we're seeing next season already. This is a pre-2026 season. I'm telling you, there is no way. Yeah, there is no way. Jose, Enrique, are we just going to go from this to absolutely blitzing teams next season like we were in 2023 season? It's not happening. It's not happening. Chelsea, City, all these other teams around us, they are not going to be stagnant. They are going to be looking at, I'm trying to get better now. Man City are going to look at, well, fam, I didn't win the league last season, so, you know what I mean? All these teams around us, all these teams in the top 6, all gonna do what's necessary to try and get better. We're peddling out Zubimendi. I told you, our first signing will not be a striker. That should tell you everything you need to know. Yeah? But after we beat Real Madrid, you didn't see nothing about, Arsenal going to sign this player. You didn't see none of that stuff. It's only after we bottle something, that's when the all these links come out. Just to get the fans happy. Oh, next season. Oh, would you want to see these front 3 next season, man? That's what they do. They'll pedal out a player and then they'll put him in our starting 11 and like, that's what our starting 11 could look like. Last year we were seeing Nico Williams and I can't remember who else in our starting 11 possibly for this season, and we ended up with Sterling, fam. You know what I mean? We ended up with Sterling. You know what I mean? We'll see Gyökeres on the list, and we'll end up with some no-namer who can play as a striker if needs be. You know what I mean? The Christopher Nkunku was probably the most realistic one that's going to happen. No name, Madueke did not clap for them either. Oh, I didn't know. He does. He does. It's just but I can see this just getting worse. I can see this getting worse. I'm not getting fooled by coming from 2 down against Liverpool to say that there's a positive. We ain't winning the last 2 games anyway. You know, I'm telling you, it's I think that the end is near, and the end being near doesn't mean that he's gonna get sacked in the summer. It just means that he's got next season minimum. I'd say. If what's going on now carries on into next season, I don't think we'll see him for 2027 season. So that in my opinion, I think that's why I think that the end is near. Didn't have an issue with Aubameyang getting kicked out. My issue was never replacing him. Yeah, like if you're going to kick out a player like that, you need to replace a player like that. You need to replace him, and he still to this day hasn't. I don't think we're making top 4 next season. Yeah, probably not. I've picked Newcastle to finish second. I think City will win the league again next season, because I think next season's Pep's last season. So I think he'll take the season back, take the league back. And I think Newcastle top 3. Newcastle will be bare minimum top 3. Saliba making mistakes now. Yep, he's the French Mustafi now. He's literally merging into the French Mustafi. You know what I mean? Man looks lost without Gabriel. That's what I mean. Come on now. You know what I mean? It's just unfortunate that it's got to this, but this is where we are. Yo, YG, I'm still at the pub with my family for Mother's Day, but I had to jump on quickly to say my say. The second half, we deserved to win the game. We were poor. Our finishing was shit. Yeah, to be honest, your finishing was poor. I ain't gonna lie. The second half, I don't know what happened. But yeah, we just seemed more on it in the second half. I think you lot got too complacent. You were too up, and I don't think you lot really believed Arsenal would do anything. I think you lot thought, we just seen what Arsenal did in the first half. I don't think you're going to do anything in the second half. So I'm going to chill for a bit. And then obviously the goals happened. And then Liverpool's like, fam, let's try and beat these, man. Because, and then the red card happened, and then we were just holding on. The entire bar was booing Trent when he came on. Oh, Liverpool fans are something else, Oh my days. What? I don't understand Liverpool fans' issue with Trent leaving. This Real Madrid is going to knock your rivals like United or even City. That's what I mean. If he was going City, I'd understand. If he was going there, I'd understand. But yeah, it's like, I mean, Real Madrid slapping Liverpool in Champions League finals on their head top aside, fam, like, Real Madrid are not your rivals at that. Come on now. What, apart from beating you in Champions League finals, what has Real Madrid done to Liverpool? You know what I mean? If Trent left to another English club, I would get it. He left the biggest club in the world in a different country. That's what I mean. It's like, the thing is, I think what you ought to do, we ought to give these people a scenario that what would they do in Trent's situation? You know what I mean? He might not want to stay in Liverpool for life. You know what I mean? But I think it's funny. They weren't booing him when he was lining up for that free kick, though. The thing with Trent is it's not the fact he's leaving, it's how he left the club that pisses off Liverpool fans, running down your contract the way he did. But Liverpool had a chance to sell him, though. When there was talks of Trent possibly leaving, they could have had him for sale while he was still under contract. So it's Liverpool's fault more than anything. Liverpool had opportunities to sell him. If they knew you're not going to sign a new deal, okay, I'll put you for sale. Trent is available, everybody. This is the asking price. That's what Liverpool could have done. Big up to Rod. Oh shit, we've got another 2 years. I don't know if I'm just looking at what I saw. I don't know. Even looking at the manager's face today, he looks like he's reached rock bottom, to be fair. The end is near for him. That's what I want to believe is the truth. Trent is literally employee. When his contract runs out, he's free to choose whatever club approaches him. That's what I mean. He already turned down a contract at Liverpool, and this is prior to it getting to this stage, I believe. So Liverpool had an opportunity to just get some money for him, even if it wasn't going to be much. I mean, you know, chaps. Baby bro, with all due respect, you can't tell Liverpool fans how to feel when it's not your club. I mean, I don't want to be the guy that tries to tell Liverpool fans how to feel about a situation, but at the same time, I get that it's how he left kind of thing, but at the same time, Liverpool had opportunities to sell him, and they knew he wasn't going to sign a contract. We offered Trent twice, 105k, then 280k. He didn't take it. Yeah, I think he's only going to be on 180 at Real Madrid or something like that. But he didn't take that. Liverpool should have been like, right, you're up for sale then. I'm getting some money for you then. You know what I mean? I'm like, if nobody comes for you, nobody comes for you. But I'm going to put you for sale. You know what I mean? Like, if you want to buy him, buy him. That's what Liverpool should have done. So this is where the whole Liverpool fans crying about it comes in, because it's like this kind of treatment. For me, it's over the top now. For me, because I've seen bare Liverpool fans getting bare emotional about it. Like Liverpool fans are like really hurt by this. Like, y'all, all I'm saying is just be thankful you're not seeing him go to another Premier League side and then them winning what you're trying to win. You know what I mean? I'm telling you, let that happen to you, and then you look back at this Trent situation and be like, it wasn't that bad after all. I'm telling you. Any player leaves, yeah. You're nowhere as big as Madrid. You can't tell Trent what to do. This contract finishes, and I'm not telling Liverpool fans what to do. I'm talking about the Trent as a person. Best in England, but miles off Madrid. Let's not. They want Zumba Mendy to do the same thing. They want Zumba Mendy to do the same thing. You know what I mean? They want Zumba Mendy to do the same thing. Players have had enough. That's what it looks like. That's why I'm saying the end is near. How near is the end? We've just probably got another season of him. But I just think that the football and everything you see now carries on to next season. Because I'm not getting fooled by two bit of transfers. You know what I mean? There's no overhaul coming in. You know what I mean? Our transfers is mainly going to be based around one or two players and then all our injured players coming back fit. That's our transfer summer window. Watch. I am not. You're not beefing again. Right. Who else saw Ruben Diaz pull it out? Oh, yeah. Crying about the. Do you see Southampton posted the video? And the. You know what? Let me see if I can find it. Ah, it was on X. Lewis Skelly not clapping teenager or not, that's extremely strange. Needs to learn to be humble and show respect. Stop crying, man. Stop crying. I think I liked it actually, so it should be in my likes. Ah, yeah, here we go. I'm gonna share my screen.
I don't even feel like they don't even try to play. They're just wasting time the whole game. I don't even know. I don't even feel like they want to play the game or win the game. They're just sitting around. They don't even try to play. They just...
Southampton posted that on TikTok. Nice jokes. Big up to Static. Hey, YG, let's celebrate 2-2 draw trophy against Liverpool. We might as well, because we've got nothing else to celebrate. I said this since the end of last season. Yeah. Well, I was. Don't worry. It's coming. It'll be soon. It'll be soon. Roger does his name all the time when teams part the bus against them. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously, it's not nice to when teams part the bus against us. I hate it. I hate that timid approach. But at the end of the day, you see, you've got to take chances. You know what I mean, like, for example, if you've got a team that's kind of parking the bus, but then you got a keeper that's bringing out world class saves, it's like, I did what I could. You know what I mean? So it's one of them. Right? It's like, I did what I could, didn't happen. I wouldn't have even cared if we beat Liverpool today. We'd be in FO, but with you on that guy's name out. I never wanted him in the first place. First 5.5 years. 5.5 years later, I'm still right. Hate being right, but also being so predictable. 21 years. Yep. I showed the video I made back in 2019 when he first came in, and I was not happy at all. You know what I mean, if he brings back attacking football, we might have a chance to win stuff like that. It's not happening. Not happening. You know what I mean? What he's doing to Wanyere, that's why you don't see a striker at this club. You know what I mean? That's why you don't see, because when it comes to, I mean, I can't remember who put it in the chat, but about that he's heard that the getting punished for coming in late for training or something for when they were training for the Madrid game. So it's probably that. What's my train of thought now? Let me go to the last comment. Oh yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah. So if that's true, and this is what he's doing to him, players who are, I don't want to say that it's an attacking player thing, but you do get players who they are good at what they do, and they can take liberties outside of football, like maybe in training, coming in late, whatever, all that stuff. That happens. I'm not saying players who are defenders and goalkeepers and midfielders don't do it, but it's like the main hype is around a striker, isn't it? Around somebody that scores goals. So disciplinary action, you probably see it geared more towards them because they are probably more likely to be a bit, I'll come in whenever I please kind of thing. And that's why, at the same time, you ain't going to see a striker at this club, an out-and-out striker anyway. You won't. Look what he's doing to Wanyeri. He'll do it to the striker. You know what I mean? He'll do it to anybody. You know what I mean? Wanyeri could have come on and replaced Saka in certain games. I'm telling you, he's going to do it to the point where the players are going to be like, nah, this. Down tools then. You know what I mean? This is what you're doing. You know where Rice has been saying that, he's been mentioning how we've had players out and everything like that. And, like Rice, not in so many words, he knows what the deal is. He knows that we need more man in the squad. And I think that played a role in Arteta, in the manager, kind of possibly, allegedly, isolating him from the squad. He's going to do it. So this is what I mean. You're not going to see what we want to see. We won't see it. Not under him. If we played attacking football last season, definitely 2 seasons ago, what happened? Oh yeah, no trophies won again. We need more than attacking football. I don't understand how some of us, because it was coming when it comes to this club, but everyone else is so oblivious. Surely you think they pick up the patterns by now. No, you see, they're in denial. They want the success. They just want it to be that man that does it. You know what I mean? If we get rid of this bronze bomber and let's just say we get rid of him and get Allegri in, for example. And Allegri, let's just say he doesn't win anything in his first season for us. Gets us to a quarter-final of a cup competition, or maybe even a semi-final. And we finish trophyless, but he gets us, say, top 4. These same super Tets, D-riders would have something to say about it. Because they look at it and say, well, he didn't win anything straight away. You wanted so-and-so out so that your manager can do it. It's finished at Arsenal Football Club. Goodbye. I'll be right back. If I don't come back, have a good show. Big up to you. Oh, yeah, it's going to be finished soon, I'm telling you. Trent does not owe Liverpool fans anything he owes. If he owes someone, if anything, if he owes someone is Klopp. Definitely a Leeds accent could be worky. All you need to know is it's Yorkshire. That's all you need to know. Take back that attacking football of 2022-23 season in a heartbeat, but as long as we keep our defensive foundation as well, as we were leaking goals towards the end, especially. I know this is the thing. And Ramsdale played a role in that, a huge role in that, while we're conceding. You know what I mean? Really cool guy, nice to hear from a fellow Yorkshireman who's an Arsenal fan, very reasonable. Big up to you, Bradley. Big up to you. Unfortunately, his manager is traumatized since the 8-point bottle job. And the thing is, I think a lot of players, I still think Saka is. I definitely think Martinelli and Odegaard are still traumatized from that. I think they're the main players I'd say that are traumatized from it. And the only reason why I say that, especially with Martinelli and Odegaard, is because you haven't seen them consistently anything similar since. We've seen Saka be more consistent with that season than everybody else. And to be fair, to be so near like that, and then you're seeing, Liverpool now come in and win the league. You know what I mean? It's going to take its toll, in my opinion. I don't think it could be risky, though, to do 100 mile per hour start of the season unless we actually have a bench to use as well for a change. That's the thing. Starting 100 mile per hour in the best of things, but what's crucial as well is the rotation. And you're not going to get that with this manager. You're not going to get the rotation that we should get. You will see it. He ain't that good. He don't believe he's that good. That's why he never saw Kivior coming on in games to see the game out. If we're winning 2-0, Saliba and Gabriel see 90 minutes every single time. Kivior doesn't get a sniff until one of them gets injured. Or if he does come on, he'll go out left back. Let's not forget when we had the injury crisis with Ben White being out, and I think Timber was out at the same time. He opted to play Ben White at centre back. No, Timber was out. What happened now? Something happened, and he played Ben White at centre back to play Kivior at left back so that Partey could be at right back. There was a game where he did that, and he didn't have to play Partey at right back. I think he could have played Ben White at right back, Kivior at centre back with Gabriel or Saliba. And then at the time, but I don't know if Skelly came in at that time. But I remember there was a point where he basically rather than played anybody at centre back, really, than Kivior, went and just to put Partey at right back. You know what I mean? So we can't forget that. Never doing enough transfers. What? Mate, where are you from? Just want to know. In Yorkshire. Near Leeds. Near the big city of Leeds. I would take the attacking football. Last stretch of the season, we play solid. Yeah, like if you take the last half of 2024 and the first half of 2023, you know what I mean? You look at that and say that definitely wins the league. But then when you get into the details of, well, what happened in the running of those 2 seasons that ended up you not winning the league, and I can explain it. You know what I mean? I can explain it. And it's not, I'm just saying it. I'm just saying I think this happened. No, this did happen. You see what I'm saying? Just took up for me alone. Won't cut it. No. Like I said, the stakes have risen now. The stakes have risen for me. Because for me, the 2023 season, if we'd have won a trophy, I'd have taken it, but I wanted a double of any kind. Yeah? I wanted a double of any kind. Then when it came to the 2024 season, the stakes went up. Now I want a double, and I want it to involve either the Premier League or the Champions League. So it could be anything from League and EFL Cup double, Champions League and EFL Cup double, FA Cup and League title double, FA Cup and Champions League double. A double that involves the League or the Champions League. And then when 2024 didn't happen in terms of winning anything, the stakes risen up again. So the 2024-25 season, which is what's nearly coming to an end, then it got to a case of, I want the double that is the Premier League and the Champions League now. That's what I want. Now, we all know what's happened now. So we all know that we're not winning any trophies now. So for the 2025-26 season, the stakes have risen even further. Now it has to be a treble. It has to be a treble. Simple as that. So a treble, it typically is going to involve a European trophy or league title. So now that's the only way I'll be at I almost said his name. That's the only way I'll be this manager in, if he achieves that. And I know he won't. I know he's not going to achieve that. So unless, let's just say he wins any of the cups next season, which I still want him gone. If he then follows up the next few seasons consistently winning us trophies, the way he was consistently failing us, the way he was being that consistent, then that's different. But inside one season, for what he can do inside one season, for me to say, I want you to stay, has to be a treble now. And should he do what I expect him to do, which I really hope he doesn't do, but what I expect him to do next season, which is bottle again, do nothing again, you have to win the quad. I need compensation. You have to think of it this way. If we've gone through the last 5 years of X, Y, and Z, what would make me feel better about going all that time without anything? Would a league title do it? Would a Champions League trophy do it? Would a EFL Cup trophy do it? An FA Cup trophy? What buys you back that trauma, essentially? What's the buyback? Because for me, if we win a treble next season, I'll feel better about the last 5 years that we had, knowing that it led to that. You know what I mean? You can't just win one. You can't just win as one trophy and think that's going to change anything. That's the difference between me and 99% of this fan base. Not saying I'm any better than anybody else or anything like that. I'm just separating the difference, because to a lot of people, one trophy will do it. Not for me. Not after I've had to see since he came in. Yeah. Since he won the FA Cup, I'll go from there, because I'm not going to expect him coming in November or whenever it was in 2019. I'm not going to expect him to win a whole bunch. Not like it's impossible. Di Matteo went to Chelsea and won 2 trophies, but since he won that FA Cup, I've had to see Man United get to a Europa League final the following season, Chelsea win the Champions League that following season, with Man City getting to that Champions League final. Man City win the EFL Cup and the league title. Leicester win the FA Cup. 2022, I had to watch Liverpool almost win the quadruple, but they ended up with the EFL Cup and the FA Cup. Man City won the league title. I had to see that. And bear in mind that 2021-22 season was when Chelsea won the Super Cup and the FIFA Club World Cup. I had to see that. 2023, I had to see us go in the title race and be top of the table for most of the season to end up bottling it to the team that actually won all 3 trophies. Won the treble. I had to watch Man United win the EFL Cup and get to an FA Cup final. Yeah. Then watch West Ham win the Europa Conference. Yeah. City winning the treble, FA Cup, Champions League, Premier League. Y'all are with me so far. 2024, I had to watch us almost win the league again. Man United winning the FA Cup, Man City getting to the final. Liverpool winning the EFL Cup. Man City winning the league title on our head top. 2024-25 season, I had to watch Newcastle win the EFL Cup, beating us to get in the semi-final to get there. Liverpool win the league out of nowhere. Us get to a semi-final of the Champions League and do nothing in that semi-final. The second semi-final we played of this season did nothing. Man United and Spurs are in the Europa League final. So one of them is guaranteed Champions League football through winning the European trophy, which will then put them in the Super Cup. Crystal Palace are in the FA Cup final, got a chance to win it against a Man City side that this is the worst that they've been in the last 10 years. And y'all think that one trophy will be enough for us winning just one trophy since all this would be enough? Nope. Has to be a treble now. Stakes risen. Stakes risen. That's for me. The stakes have risen. If this manager can win a treble in a treble inside one season, the treble, a treble of any kind, could be Champions League, FA Cup, EFL Cup, Premier League, EFL Cup, FA Cup, EFL Cup, Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Premier League, Champions League, whichever. Do that, and I'll be for you. But he ain't gonna do it because I'll never be for this guy. So unless you're gonna from the point you ever win a trophy, if you're gonna just follow it on with, we're just winning trophies for fun now. Exhibition. But he don't like to. Yeah, I know. He's this guy is something that something else. I hear you want that trebles compensation, but they'll say extremely entitled, like you got some divine to win all that. They'll get, I know they will, but they have to understand they're fans just like I am, yeah, and we all want to see the success. But for what we've all had to see for these past few years, while this manager has been trying to do something for this club, all that I've seen, I'm sorry, just winning just the one trophy for me, not enough. Need more than that. But yeah, that's what they'll do. They'll say, "Oh, you got some entitlement, mate. Oh, how can you expect trebles?" I expected this manager will never win a double. Never mind. Yeah, no, that's what I mean. I mean, that's why I'll never be for this guy. I mean, the only thing, him winning a trophy, whatever it is, should he do it, the only thing it will do is it'll just make me shut up about wanting him gone so much, in terms of I'm not going to be there saying, get this manager out if he's just won an EFL Cup or just won an FA Cup or whatever, or a league title or European trophy. But it doesn't mean I still don't want him gone. It's a case of, well, we definitely know you're going to stay unless you want to walk. But now let's see what you do going forward. You know what I mean? But that's the logic. Best I still take as double at best. Long as Major is involved, but do we see him ever doing a double, let alone treble? Nope. He doesn't utilize the squad enough to get a double. He doesn't. But some could say, well, he got us to 2 semi-finals, and if we'd have beaten Newcastle, who knows what we might have done against Liverpool, and then get into a Champions League semi-final. But again, being in 2 semi-finals to me is not I nearly won a double. I nearly won a double is when I got to 2 cup finals and didn't win them. That's you nearly won a double. Oh, and you talk about transfer players in 2022, 23. I think it goes further back to 2021, 22. Ball in top 4 we did as well. Yeah, but the thing is, because of the way 2023 season was, the way we just out of nowhere, we were just like, it looked like, bloody hell, we're going to win it, even though I knew we weren't going to do it. I think reaching that point, and then obviously the 2024 season, us doing what we're doing the last half of the season, last part of the season, until this manager decided to get cute enough to do this against Villa. Let me put Kai Havertz back as a midfielder. In the only game he did that in, just to accommodate Jesus, when everybody knew and he knew he wasn't working as a number 8. He did that. And, we all know what happened. 16th and 17th place is a disgrace. How did they make the final? They got very fortunate that nobody from the Champions League falls into the Europa. You know what I mean? People are getting on Lee Gunner's case and Yardman's case because they said that they'd rather be in the Europa League because they'll have more chance of winning it. This is the shit I've been saying. And even in the Wenger days, I said I'd rather be in Europa League than the Champions League because we're not going to do anything in the Champions League. But guys like Stricto and others are sucked into this whole, he got us to a semi-final. You know what I mean? These are the same man that are saying, these are the same man saying that this manager has one more season. Bullshit. You know what I mean? Bullshit. Let him get to a semi-final or the Champions League again. Okay, let's see how much these men will want him out if he does it again. If he gets a semi-final of the Champions League again, and we go out. Because 2023 season, I was hearing he got one more season. Then 2024 happened, finished second again. What did I hear? He's got one more season. Now this season, we got injuries, and now that's the reason why he should have another season. There's going to be some more bullshit. I'm bookmarking tweets I see saying Arteta. I'm bookmarking tweets that say that this manager has one more season. Just thought about it. Had United or Spurs got relegated, which they were looking not to, and made the final and won it to secure Champions League football, could you imagine? I think one day that will happen. You know, someone will get relegated and win the European trophy at the same time. I do believe that will happen one day. Questions have to be asked if they really deserve Champions League football. For me, I can't lie. Nah, if you win, me, whether you finish 20th or not, if you win the Europa League or the Champions League, you deserve to be in it again. You know what I mean? That's how I see it. It's a crazy scenario. But next season, whichever team win the final will get slapped up in the Champions League. Possibly. I mean, I pray Real Betis beat Chelsea. I know. I might do it because obviously I did in 2023 season. I did a Shameless FC where I explained this already. I did a Shameless FC where I was in support of Man City completing the treble because we knew that Man United fans didn't want that, and Man United fans were glad that City won the league against us. You know what I mean? So I supported City winning the treble because obviously City had them in the FA Cup final. And I did a Shameless FC. That's the only time I've done Shameless FC. I did 5 episodes, which is still on my channel. If you go to my playlist, it's in there. But I'm due another one. And the Shameless FC one this time will be Man United, where I'll be supporting the idea of Man United not allowing Spurs to win the trophy. Might as well. And then I might do one for Real Betis, supporting the idea that you stop Chelsea from keep Chelsea in the trophy drought. You know what I mean? He is. He's killing it. Yeah, any team in Europe will face United. Spurs in that competition will be licking their lips. Probably will, but like United being United, for example, I don't know. When the should get bad, you just tend to not see it. The record in finals recently has been poor. Yes, since they conquered Europe, it's been poor. Hey, Chelsea fans, man. The online ones, at least. Well, apart from us, it's United. But yeah, anyways, I'm going to leave it here. You've just come in and I'm just about to finish as well. I've been live for an hour now. But big up to you anyway. But I'm about to end the stream. So you can catch the replay. But yeah, 2-2 against Liverpool. Cheers, Trent, for keeping Moreno on side. You know, and you've sent Liverpool fans crying, you know, doing a whole lot of crying to me. Crying to me, and I'm not having it. And I think it's funny. But anyways, big up to all you that came in. And yeah, I'll see you guys for any stream that I might do. I mean, I've got a week off work this week actually, so I've got time this week. So yeah, I might do 2-2 bit of summer. But anyways, I'll see you guys for the next one. The season's almost to an end, guys. You know, this nightmare we've had to endure for about, what, 9 months? You know, we'll push it to the side, even though we've got another 9 months of it or so coming up for next season. Yeah, we'll just have to see how it goes. Anyways, like the video, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in another one. Peace.
And if anyone wants to have a come at me,
come and find me. I'm in the car park now.
Because I'm a black belt in karate.
Stop the cap.
Come and have a pop.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.